Let me tell you something. It is super easy to starve a competitor by feeding them 800, 900, 1,000 calories a day and making them do hours upon hours of cardio. That's not hard. That's not even coaching. But a lot of you are hiring coaches who are doing exactly that. And then you're wondering why your body isn't responding, why you're not losing fat, why you're losing a ton of muscle, why you're feeling tired all the time. It's because you're working with people who don't know what they're doing, and they're giving you starvation diets and calling it a contest prep. That's not how any of this works. But today I want to tell you exactly what does. So whether you're looking to start on a contest prep for the first time, or you're in the middle of a prep right now and it's just not going well, or maybe you're even coaching yourself, today I want to talk about how to create a contest prep diet from start to finish. Here's the thing. It's really important for you to get your mind around one thing. And this is a mantra I've created for my company years ago, and I tell this to every single client I work with. You must eat to be lean, eat to be strong, eat to have the body of your dreams. Food is your greatest ally. It is not your worst enemy. So many women go into this contest prep game without knowing anything about nutrition. So many of you have fears around carbs, around eating too much fat, around eating too many calories, and it's stopping you from seeing the results that you need to see. So let's talk about the first thing you need to do when you're embarking on a contest prep diet. And that is to begin your diet starting with maintenance calories. So the first thing I want you to do, figure out what your maintenance calories are and then track your eating just as you are normally. Don't change anything. And see how much of a difference there is between what you're eating now and what your maintenance should be. Now, there are a ton of equations about how to get there, but one of my favorite, easiest ways to do that is to take 15 times your body weight. And that's your body weight in pounds. Now, that number is gonna look astronomical for some of you because you're just not used to eating what your body truly needs to maintain the muscle that you have and to really show up in your workouts in the way that you should be. Now, if you do have a slower metabolism, you can use 13 or 14 times your body weight and see how that number adjusts for you. But I can guarantee a lot of you are nowhere even close, and that is our starting point. So that means you're gonna go ahead and have to do this next step, which is reverse dieting. Slowly raise up your calories so that way you meet that maintenance number. And that might mean increasing your calories by 50 to 100 per day every single week until you get to that number. And then once you do, you want to remain there for at least 4 to 6 weeks just to get your body back on track. And if you're someone who's been dieting for a long time or eating low calories for a long time, you might need to stay there for about 8 to 12 weeks. The main idea with this is to optimize your metabolism. Creating an environment where hormonally things are balanced for you, your metabolism is running normally, and you're able to maintain your weight within plus or minus 5 pounds of your true maintenance is gonna create the type of environment that's gonna help you to lose weight more effectively and efficiently once you start off on that actual contest prep and going into a deficit. Now, as far as your macros go, I prefer doing a 40-30-30 or 40-40-20 setup. For those with a normal to high metabolism, erring to more carbohydrates on the diet is even better. So that 40% in the 40-30-30 would be 40 carbs, 30 protein, 30 fats. On the 40-40-20, 40 protein, 40 carbs, and 20 fats. Now, if you're someone who has a little bit of a slower metabolism, or you're dealing with a body whose hormonal environment does much better with lower carbs, then your 40-30-30 could be 40% protein, 30% carbs, and 30% fat. But all in all, getting to that maintenance before you start to diet is crucial. You want to have enough calories to play around with each and every week of your prep so that way you can take things down in increments that make sense, that helps you to hold on to as much muscle as you can. Now, once you've been on that maintenance for a while, it's time to go ahead and start your contest prep. And I want you to take some time to do that. Give yourself at least 16 to 20 weeks to prep for your show. Now, I know that might seem like a long time, 4 to 5 months to diet down. This is crucial for those of you, especially who are natural. We want to start off with a moderate deficit. You don't want to go gung-ho straight out the gate. So I would suggest you lowering your calories from maintenance about 10 to 15%. Now, I don't like to say 250 to 500 just because those numbers are so set in stone, and it really depends on where you are calorically and what your body needs. So using a deficit of starting about 10 to 15% works across the board regardless of how many calories you're eating. Now, of course, creating a deficit doesn't just come from food alone. You can also use your training and your cardio along with that. But be careful this early out, especially at 16 to 20 weeks, that you're not overdoing your cardio. Keep your cardio at about 30 minutes. And I'd even say to watch your heart rate. Keep your heart rate around 75 to about 80% of your max heart rate during those workouts. The idea behind contest prep is to try to keep on as much muscle as you can and gently coax the body to lose fat. What happens with so many of you when you're going on these super aggressive diets is that, yeah, you're losing weight super fast, but you're boring through your muscle tissue. And you're not losing fat in a way that's gonna help you to really look that great on stage. Bodybuilding is an art. And the way that you approach your training and your diet, those are like your tools, your paintbrush and your scalpel. And you really have to fine tune how you use them to create the perfect physique for the stage. Going too aggressive, being too hardcore, not giving yourself enough time to diet and prepare for your show, that's like shooting yourself in the foot. It's absolutely insane, and it doesn't have to be that way. Bodybuilding in and of itself is not a healthy sport. It's not healthy whatsoever. Just because you're in the gym, you're working out, and you're eating relatively healthily, it doesn't mean that it's good for the body. So the less harm you can cause by doing things that make sense, the better. Remember, there is life after the stage, and it's not worth risking your health for a few minutes of glory under hot lights and a plastic trophy. If what I'm saying right now is firing you up and you really care about doing this contest prep and bodybuilding thing the right way, be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Get on my email list right now. Scan that QR code that you see on your screen, and I'll send you my free contest prep crash course ebook. We'll get into the nitty-gritty about how to do this the smart and healthy way and have you looking like a champion, whether this is your first time or your 100th time on the stage. And if you are looking for a coach right now, I am taking on new clients for contest prep. And even if you're a woman who's not thinking about a prep, but you just want to get into the best shape of your life, I am taking on new clients and I want to talk to you. Head to my website, rockstarfitness.com/claritycall, and set up your complimentary 20-minute call so we can discuss what your goals are. Go ahead and click the link down below or scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now. So the next question a lot of folks ask me is, Roxy, how much weight should I be losing? And it doesn't matter whether you're in a prep or if this is regular, real life weight loss. You wanna focus on losing about 1 to 2 pounds a week. So you need to really gauge this as you're going on through your prep. And here's the thing, if you have more than 15 to 20 pounds to lose for a show, you need to put that on hold and focus on getting off that excess weight. Bodybuilding shows are not a weight loss contest. It's really for those who are ready to take their physiques to the next level and then be judged for it. And when you try to do that rapidly, that's when you start dealing with stretch marks and loose skin. Now, it's different if you already have that from previous weight loss. A lot of that can be masked with posing, getting a lot leaner, drying out before a show. But if it's something you're not dealing with right now, don't create problems for yourself. Lose that weight gradually first. Perhaps work with a coach before you even do a prep so you can do this the right way. Perhaps come on and work with me, but make sure that you're taking the steps to do this the smart and healthy way. If you have a lot of weight to lose, more than 15 to 20 pounds, honey, pick a different show. The stage will always be there. Now, when it comes to the types of food on your plan and what you should be eating, it shouldn't be very different than what you're eating in maintenance. Bodybuilding is a lifestyle. So you should be eating healthy already. And no, you don't just need to eat tilapia and asparagus for every meal to prep for a show. In fact, that is absolutely ridiculous. And if you're doing that right now, or if a coach has you doing that right now, run in the other direction. Having a variety of foods is okay during a contest prep. Now, I'm not talking about eating processed foods or any kinds of junk. Choosing whole foods, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and yes, even fruit, rice, potatoes, or anything like that. These foods are not bad. These foods are not evil. Now, how much of it is on your diet? Now, that's an individual thing, and it's gonna come down to your macros and what you're doing to set up your diet and what your body is sensitive to and what it may not be sensitive to. When I do a diet for a client, I try to include the foods that they will actually eat and like. There's no magic in eating white fish and tilapia for every meal. It doesn't make the skin thinner, it doesn't make you leaner faster, and there's no magic formulation to eating those same things over and over again. Now, when it comes to lowering your calories every single week, What you need to do is listen to your body and look at biofeedback. There have been times where I've written diets for clients where we did not change the caloric amount for 4 entire weeks because their bodies just kept responding. They were losing 1 to 2 pounds a week consistently every single week. They were getting leaner and leaner according to their pictures. They were losing inches. They're looking tighter and tighter while holding on to muscle and staying full. That's what you need to look for. And when your body starts to slow down in progress, when you're not losing weight as quickly, when the numbers stop changing when you're looking at your measurements, and if you see that you're not getting leaner, then you need to go ahead and definitely take a bigger deficit. Knocking off an extra 100 calories or so, or maybe even lowering the diet by about 10 to 15, or maybe even if you have the wiggle room, 20% off of wherever your calories currently are would be advantageous for you. This contest prep stuff, it's science, but it's not rocket science. And it's important for those of you who want to get into this game to understand how it works. I love talking about this stuff. And I especially love sharing my knowledge with you because I've been there before. I've been exactly where you are. And if you're someone who's looking to get better and smarter at this game, I created a playlist right over here of all of my best contest prep advice to help you to get to this stage and look your best and do it the healthy way. Go ahead and check it out, and I'll see you over there.